Thanks for choosing to rise up. I'm Ennis. In this episode,
It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
remembering those we've lost. I'll take you to an event that honors hundreds of murder victims each year, people who lost their lives for living their truth. We'll meet the woman behind all those purple signs that we saw all over West Hartford, Republican Town Councilor Mary Fay. And as promised, we've got a clip from the TV reality show filmed right here in West Hartford, featuring my children and our dog Dahlia. That's all coming up. On November 20th, 1998, a transgender woman named Gwen Smith compiled a list of names of transgender people murdered because of who they are. This is the 20th commemoration of that event. It's called the Transgender Day of Remembrance, commonly called TDOR in the community. And here is a look at one of those gatherings in Hartford that I was honored to attend.
This first candle is the past. It's the past, it represents those that lost their lives. The middle candle are those that are living, so it's the present. And the last candle is the future. It's our children and it's their children and all the children and generations that come thereafter.
I will not attempt the mourner's cottage tonight. But let me just tell you that it is a beautiful prayer. It is one that I have been saying for 2 years and 10 months since the loss of my wife. She didn't die because she's trans, she died of cancer, but I can tell you that all of us know something of death because of our struggles. And one of my rabbis sent me this poem that is an interpretation of the mourner's cottage that I offer tonight as our interfaith prayer. Rami Shapiro, What to Do. Magnify and sanctify truth throughout the world. Establish peace and harmony. Share the suffering. Reach out to those in need, helping them lay down their burden or shoulder it more powerfully. There is suffering that is natural to life, yet so much of what I bear is an unnecessary burden, arising not from life but from fear, not from living with death, but from dying to life. And here is my promise. I shall learn to accept necessary suffering and put down unnecessary suffering and let go the jagged hurts that I have created for myself. I shall allow my pain to give rise to compassion. Compassion for myself, compassion for others. I shall invoke the power that makes the peace throughout the heavens and draw upon it to make for peace in my own life and in the world in which I unfold.
And as I'm transitioning and being patient, I kind of hid myself in my own home just because I went on Facebook and I saw that a trans woman was murdered. That's what kept me staying in my home 24/7. I go to work, I come back, anyone who calls me to say, hey Mia, you wanna hang out? And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm feeling like I'm under the weather. I'd rather stay home.
Miss Lisa even participated in her own oppression. We all did. She took her place on Trent Street as the court jester, switching down the street, bent over, holding her stomach, complaining of menstrual cramps. That's how I learned about having a period before they rolled out the 6th grade movie, when my mother got around to the subject, Lisa staggered up the steps and, hey, what's wrong, Lisa? She stood up straight and looked down and said, girls, this will happen to you. Love will run down your legs and ooh. Well, I met Lisa when she was 4 or 5, when I was 4 or 5 and she was 9 or 10. I was introduced to her as Pop, but I knew her birth name was Clarence Kidd. She was cousin to my next door neighbor and best friend, Ella Kidd. Aunt Rose and Uncle Clarence were her parents. Somewhere along the line, the family nicknamed her Papa. Well, she sure didn't take to that. But it was fine being called Pop by everyone in the neighborhood. Because it wasn't like Pop was short for Papa. It was more like, Pop, I'm here.
You're gonna sing.
Yes, you are.
Your shirt.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole?
Come on, Katie, sing.
How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Just before I transcended outwardly into my female being, I, as a very lost man, walked into the old community center on Broad Street to honor our fallen siblings. And that evening we honored our dead, and additionally, you honored me with a dignity I had not given myself in many, many years. And I cannot overstate the importance of your act of healing kindness that evening. Now, dignity, according to Nelson Mandela, is the most important universal principle of life. And as past President Barack Obama reminded us last July in South Africa at a celebration of Mandela's life, he said, Madiba taught us that we are bound together by a common humanity and that each individual has inherent dignity and worth. So this evening, we will, together with thousands of participants at hundreds of memorial services around the world, we will return the inherent dignity and worth to our over 300 siblings who were murdered in horrific acts meant to steal their most basic human right. We can't undo the murder, but we can undo the intention. It's not going to be easy. Some of us, like me, will cry. But that's okay. Tears are good. Tears are compassionate. Together, I know we can bear the weight of losing more than 300 souls. We will remember Andressa and Vanessa and Larissa, Alexa and Alaska, Nicole, Kelly and Lucky, Marilla, Daniela and Rafaela, Brooklyn and Brandy, Diamond and Dejanay, and all our other dear siblings. We can't undo the murder, but we can undo the intention.
For those who don't know me, I'm Tony Ferriello. I'm a life coach, a certified life coach. I'm also a trans youth advocate. I'm from New Haven. I've been training for 12 years, and I've been running support groups for the trans youth and their families for the past 10 years. And it's really an honor for me today to introduce to you the next speaker, Maeve Martinez. Let me tell you just a little bit about me. Let me say, awesome, courageous, kind, compassionate. A junior facilitator. You know, because sometimes we find certain kids that come into that group and we watch them grow. And we watch them grow. And Maeve, I watched Maeve, if you don't mind me saying Maeve. Maeve struggled a lot. A lot. And it wasn't because she didn't believe in herself. It wasn't because she didn't have her parents on her side. It was because everybody around her in school was really, really not being kind. And the way she turned herself around and the courage that she had to keep going. And now what she does is she sits in group, and there's younger kids now that are saying the same thing that she said, and she's giving them hope for a better life. So Maeve is saving lives. And she does it in a way, she does it in a way where it's not judging. She does it in a way where it's really amazing. Like, it's half humorous, right? I mean, look at that smile. How could you not?
I have to say, this is my first time ever doing anything for Transgender Day of Remembrance. This day of the year has always been really hard for me because I definitely could have been one of the names on this list just a few short years ago. Like Tony said, a lot of my struggles were in school, with peers, with the teachers, and I went to a really small school. There were 20 people in my graduating class. You know, so word spreads fast. And you know, when you're as lovely as I am, you know, you're in the spotlight all the time. Before I had even come out as trans, I had already lost a lot of friends. People didn't want to know me. I was the first person to come out as gay. I was the first person to start exploring with gender identity and sort of an outward expression. I mean, there was a phase where I made a wig out of blue yarn and wore it to school and no one questioned me. Well, to my face. No one questioned me. There was a phase where I glued fake gems to my forehead with Carmex because I didn't know what eyelash glue was. I just wanted to express something that more within myself that I knew was there.
So repeat after me to yourselves. May you be safe and protected from all inner and outer harm. May you be happy and calm and free from mental suffering. May you be healthy, strong, and free from physical suffering. I wish you peace. Now I invite you to imagine your loved one saying it back to you. I wish you to be safe and protected from all inner and outer harm. And they're wishing you to be happy and calm and free from mental suffering. They're wishing you to be healthy, strong, and free from physical suffering. And they wish you peace. Now I would love everyone to start thinking about the hearts and souls in this room, and to all the transgender people around the world who are alone, suffering, and struggling. Let's send them some loving kindness. So repeating after me out loud. May you be safe and protected from all inner and outer harm.
May you be safe and protected from all inner and outer harm.
May you be happy and calm and free from mental suffering.
May you be happy and calm and free from mental suffering.
May you be healthy, strong, and free from physical suffering.
May you be healthy and strong and free from physical suffering.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
To the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
This event came just weeks after Election Day, in which a momentous amount of people, a record turnout, voted in the midterm elections, deciding races all over the country and in many places, including here in West Hartford, ushering in a blue wave of Democrats. One of the people challenging that blue wave was Mary Fay. We invited Mary to be our guest, and that's why I'm sitting next to an empty chair right now. She didn't show up. Sorry, Mary. Fortunately, I did interview Mary on Election Day, and here's a look at that interview. Tell me how being a Connecticut lesbian factors into your running for this office.
You know, it actually doesn't.
Tell me why.
To be honest with you, because I think that's so yesterday. That shouldn't even matter in terms of who we are as a person. Of course, it's part of your identity, but it's not all of your identity. I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, daughter, and there's a whole bunch of things.
You're also a Republican.
I am.
But is that something you're sort of hiding by with the purple and the independent endorsement?
No, not at all. I was a Democrat. So I think we have to work together. So the purple means unity, and the 5 stars on my symbol are numerology. 5 plus 5 equals 10 equals 1. So it was by design that we designed the logo this way. I switched parties because I felt that the financial situation wasn't being addressed by the powers of the Democrats who had been in place for 40 years.
Got it.
And I was impacted. You know, a lot of people are impacted. Jobs have gone away, companies have gone away, unemployment, is tough for people in Connecticut. We're lagging behind every financial metric. And I felt that the Republicans had the best plan to go forward and revive Connecticut, which is the great equalizer for everybody.
Do you feel like as if, and again, just because this magazine is focused on our LGBT community, the majority of folks in that community are people who identify as Democrats or progressives or liberals. Does that make you an outlier?
I hope not. In fact, The Current did a story, Don, which you may recall, that had profiled 6 Republicans who are running for office, 6 new people who are running for office. I shouldn't say that. I think I can represent the LGBTQ community probably better than anybody because I live in that world, and it is important. But when I said it shouldn't matter, I want to get to the point where it doesn't matter what your orientation is. It doesn't matter where you're. This is utopia. I know that. But what your color is, what your gender is, it really, who's the best person, who's got the compassion, who's got the right values to move forward and to lead people in a really positive,
and I don't want to take you away from your constituents.
No worries. It's good to talk. I wasn't.
I know you weren't.
Crazy.
President Trump, though, isn't someone that most people see as supportive of the LGBT community. I'm wondering how that affects you.
Yeah, it's a concern. There's no doubt about it. And if you look at that article that was written by Daniela Altamari, I said that some of his economic policies I thought were working, but as a person, I completely thought he was despicable. And I'll stand behind that. I don't think anybody should treat any other class of people disparagingly, especially from the leader at the top. That is just despicable.
Especially people like me, transgender people, and Americans feel as if we're going to be erased.
Yeah, it's
and there are a lot of lesbians who don't really support transgender people.
I don't understand that.
Well, it's something that they feel that women only, women who are assigned female at birth are the only women who are real women, and that we're just men dressed up.
I don't agree with that. I think there's an identity within that you're expressing, and I think that's something we should support and embrace.
What's your agenda if you get elected?
Well, honestly, my background is finance. I've been a senior executive in finance. I really want to get the state back to firm financial footing. I really believe that we're in pretty good shape. There's always work to be done with poverty and other things, but socially, we're pretty good position. There's always work to be done in terms of the social agenda, but we're really hurting on the finance,
our budget,
and the economy, and our budget,
pensions,
and declining GDP, and people leaving, and mass exodus of companies and people. I want people to be proud of Connecticut again. It's a beautiful state. It used to be the crown jewel, but we need to get people back to work. We need to get people out of poverty into the middle class, and I think the economy helps drive that.
Are you part of the ticket with Bob Stefanowski? Are you on his ticket?
I am not. I've been endorsed by the Independent Party. I do behave independently. If you look at my record on town council, I've voted with the Democrats. There's us and them, and the polarization has got to stop.
Not just here, but
Yeah, but I wouldn't support anybody just because of party. There's plenty of Democrats that I will probably vote for this election.
and last, if it doesn't work out the way you hope, what's your plan for that?
Yeah, thanks, Don. I will always remain engaged. I will always remain active. I will remain as a town councilor. I love that role. I really and truly do. And I will continue to remain active with moving the economic agenda forward. So if by chance there's a Democrat who comes forward and really wants to move it forward, I will help them. That's, I think, the issue of the day. I really and truly do. So other plans, I'll probably run again. You know, I'm not one who gives up easy. I'm very persistent. I stick to what I say. And I will continue to keep working at this because I really want to see Connecticut at the top of the list, not the bottom.
What do you think your wife wants? What is your wife hoping for?
Well,
Because I know if I was ever running,
right there.
she would. Okay.
You can talk to her.
My wife would
and-
say, "Please don't run." Did you say that? Yes. I'm Dawn Ennis. Nice to meet
this
you.
is Dawn.
I'm a reporter.
Yeah, so
I just was curious as to if you had a. I know you're voting for Mary, but
it's it put your family. It does put a lot on
Yes.
on your family. I missed concerts of kiddies and
Sure.
I missed soccer games and
Sure.
things like that. So I think they'll be very happy when it's all over.
Either way.
But they've been very supportive. I will come into your studio.
oh, I know you will.
I'd be
I'm
happy
going to get you in there. I couldn't get you
love
before
to.
now. I know. Well, thank you, Mary, and I wish you luck as a West Hartford Town Councilor. I'm sorry that you couldn't join us today. You're our first no-show. As we conclude, I promised you a look at Ready, Set, Pet. It's a new reality show on the CW network that happened to select our family as one of the families that are seeking a pet for adoption. They match loving homes with dogs and cats that need one. Here's a look.
Today on Ready, Set, Pet, Dawn and her kids, Liam and Sophie, are looking for a dog to join their family. Dawn wants a trained dog who will get along with their cat, Faith.
I think she likes.
And Liam and Sophie are interested in an energetic pup who also likes to snuggle. But before they're ready for a new canine companion, we're turning their backyard into a dog-friendly oasis.
It looks really good. I want a dog that plays fetch so I can play my first game of fetch with a dog.
You've never played fetch with a dog.
You can't really play with a cat.
But this is amazing. That's such a great goal. You just want to be able to enjoy the dog in your yard. I think it's pretty clear that you guys are ready to get a dog. The next thing we got to do is let's take a look around your home, look around your yard, and let's see what we can do to make it pet ready.
Okay.
What do you say?
I'm ready for it.
Let's do it. Woo!
So guys, Allison is going to guide us through this entire process.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go grab some dogs and I'll be back in just a few.
Yay! Awesome! Remember what we got to do. Open-minded. Just have some fun.
Oh, wow.
Can she fetch?
I think you'll have to teach her. Let's see if she likes fetch.
She got it. Oh, she lost it.
Looks like a dog that wants to play.
She sure does. She is a barrel of energy.
Ready, set, pet.
That was so much fun. Now we're going to have a link to all the clips on lifeafterdawn.com. We invite you to like, share, and subscribe right here on West Hartford Community TV. Plus, please listen to our new podcast, Before the War. All the links on lifeafterdawn.com. I'm Dawn Ennis. Until next time, please remember to rise up.